नारायण ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। स्मृतं स्वकथा कृष्ण पुण्यश्रवणकीर्तन हृदयन्तस्थो या भद्राणि जीवन्ति सुरक्षताम् नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवति उत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। The reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th Canto, Chapter 15, verse 24 through 26. Verse number 24. Mahad gunan atmani kartumisha ka swata tavake tavayato tatopi tesya bhavishaniti vipralabdho janavahasam kumir kumirna veda. Translation purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada translation. How could an intelligent man, competent enough to possess such exalted qualities, allow his followers to praise him if he did not actually have them? Praising a man by saying that if he were educated, he might have become a great scholar or a great personality is nothing but a process of cheating. A foolish person who agrees to accept such praise does not know that such words simply insult him. Purpose. Prithu Maharaj was an incarnation of Supreme Personality of Godhead, as the Brahma and other demigods had already testified when they presented the king with many heavenly gifts. Because he had just been coronated, however, he could not manifest his godly qualities in action. Therefore, he was not willing to accept the praise of the devotee. So-called incarnation of Godhead should therefore take lesson from the behavior of King Prithu. Demons without godly qualities should not accept the false praise from their followers. Verse number 25. Prabhavo hi atmanam श्रुतं जुगुप्ससन्त्यपि विश्रुतः हिमन्तः परमोदाराः पौरुषं वा विगर्हितम्. Translation. As a person with a sense of honor and magnanimity does not like to hear about his abominable actions, a person who is very famous and powerful does not like to hear himself praised. Verse number 26. Vayam swavidita loke sutadhapi varimabhi karmabhi kathatmanam gapya shishyama balavat. Prathu continued, my dear devotees, healed by the sutta, just now I am not very famous for my personal activities because I have not done anything praiseworthy you could glorify. Therefore, how could I engage you in praising my activities exactly like children? Purport. Thus ends the Bhaktivedanta purport of 4th Canto, 15th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam entitled King Prithu's Appearance and Coronation. नवमज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं तस्मै श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन तदा मह्यं ददाति स्वयं। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to making notes for this 3 verse and share with you. Please forgive me if by mistake if I did my own interpretation while making this note. So here the Prathu Maharaj responds the different kind of praises that were basically showered upon him by the demigods who had all arrived there to witness the coronation happening for Prithu Maharaj. So Prabhupada says that they all knew that the incarnation, uh, and therefore they brought lots of gifts and many things, and they praised. They means the demigod. But Prithu Maharaj was setting an example here because the demigods they knew the Prithu Maharaj was incarnation who came to appear by the prayers of all the Rishi Munis. So it is obvious that the appearance of Prithu Maharaj was divine. So the demigod knew that this personality is exceptional and therefore they were praised. On the other hand, from the perspective of Prithu Maharaj, who was setting an example, as Prabhupada explaining that in the future there might be so many so-called incarnations will appear and people will falsely praise them as the incarnation. They will praise him without having a real qualities which basically deserve the praise. So the Prithu Maharaj was setting an standard that unless we see some extraordinary qualities of the Lord manifest in that person, we should not falsely praise because such praise becomes then flattery. Flattery is just meant like for the person to hear um, who cannot differentiate between flattery and praise and can also get into some sort of sense gratification on the name of fame, prestige before his so-called followers. So when there is a actual qualities manifest in Vaishnava, then there should be praise. So one should understand the difference. The Shastric injunction is that one should glorify the Vaishnava because of their devotion or devotional qualities, because they deserve the praise. And such praise of Vaishnava will make Vaishnava the person who is praising, that person also can get advancement in Krishna consciousness, especially who praise based on the experience of Vaishnava qualities in that person. Then that person who is praising will get some spiritual advancement. So on the other hand, the instruction given that one should see all the good qualities and glorify verbally. But when such glorification simply uh, is there for the sake of glorifying or simply for the sake of it, then it is not praise. It will be called as a flattery. Suppose somebody is a like Madhyam Adhikari and he has all the qualities of Madhyam Adhikari, but someone is praising him as a Uttam Adhikari or praising that person as a Paramhansa, then it become an insult. So this is the principle the Prithu Maharaj was setting an example. Though he has all the qualities uh, that deserve such praise, so in this case the demigods were not wrong, but Prithu Maharaj is making a fine sort of distinction by asking demigod that you have what quality you are seeing me as a to be an extraordinary thing, or he's asking like where have you seen my extraordinary powers as of now you You don't see all those. So why are you praising? Please do not praise me. So that means the extraordinary Shakti avatar, which brings some sort of influence in some powerful emperor, uh, but just not like he is the Shakti avatar. So when the extraordinary things are done in devotional service, then it is only the Shakti of basically Guru and Krishna that enters in that disciple, and due to which he can serve the Lord in some extraordinary manner. Just like we can see in the example of Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada exhibited all extraordinary spiritual power to convince people around the world to take this Krishna consciousness very seriously. So that was the convincing power. Plus his quality as an acharya who basically demonstrated his life as a personification of devotion. We call it like living Bhagavad. So Srila Prabhupada was a living, the pure devotee of the Lord. The pure means not simply there is a definition of the pure devotee of the Lord. One becomes pure devotee of the Lord when someone is attaining the Vaishnava quality, free from all ignorance. So that person doesn't see the world as we see. He sees the world purely. No ignorance touches him. So that pure devotee sees the world, sees the people with full knowledge. And he sees like all these souls are entrapped in this material world, material body. So they don't see the material. They see the people not as a gender or color or breed or race, which is only a role play. Like you see the spirit soul fall in this material body. So they never fall into any kind of sense gratification because their perception is pure, very pure. The conditioned soul sees that the world of people, the world of like gender, male is female, this is black, this is white. So that is a big trap. So from all sense gratification rooted in perception of seeing the world of the people as a male, female, and in this way they are trapped. They fall into the bodily concept of the life. So the devotee who attained the perfection, who attained the qualities like God, is basically untouched by these three gunas, and that is the position of a pure devotee, like Srila Prabhupada. So that is why the reason we worship Srila Prabhupada. The worship is like glorification we can see in the Guru Puja. Morning we think the Samsara Ravan. So all these qualities or abilities are of a pure devotee. We loudly glorify singing Guru Puja to pure devotees. So imagine like somebody becomes a self-made guru, and once somebody is accepted the spiritual master, then that person should be worshipped. So first of all, if somebody makes the mistake of thinking that he becomes guru, then disciple have to worship him as a god, though he is not God. Might be a little bit elevated, maybe at the platform of Madhyam Adhikari, but not advanced devotee, because there are like different type of advancement. So maybe if someone is Kanishta or Madhyama, he cannot think that he is a guru. So here Prathu Maharaj is saying that should not be done. This kind of things should not be done. So, so-called guru is also cheating himself by accepting those words of praise in the Guru Puja. It doesn't mean for that person. So, if unauthorized person accepts such worship of him as a guru, then it is very dangerous for that very person also, and the person who is following that person, the so-called disciple of that so-called guru. So it is not ordinary worship. People are taking very cheaply. Now we can see, they are declaring like any so-called person as a guru, and they started worship. So that worship and the worship here the demigods are doing for the Prithu Maharaj, there is a big huge difference. So worshipping like here the Prithu Maharaj or worshipping a real guru here is like beyond the worship of even demigods. Like that all 14 planetary system, they praise a pure devotee of the Lord. So Prithu Maharaj is setting here example of incarnation. Basically he's saying don't falsely glorify anybody as incarnation unless you see those qualities in him. That's the lesson here. Not someone is just showing some magic and blindly accept that person as a god, as a guru. So incarnation of guru is basically Shakti Avatar. And on the behalf of Lord, he is representing the Supreme Lord. And that is also very transparently. Genuine guru doesn't say I'm God. Though like disciple of those that real guru worship him as a god, but he doesn't say. But he has this very heavy responsibility on his shoulder to take the living entities back to Godhead. So that is a lesson here to identify who is the real guru or real incarnation, and how what should be the treatment from the followers or true disciple for them. I would like to conclude here. Thank you so much. Please forgive me if I made any mistake. Hare Krishna.